kickoff is here. Guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. Dancing to his left. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang, but it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So following the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 25.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Mayfield now on second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
But there's almost no doubt about the play call there on 3rd down and long. You figure they're going to throw the football. I've got to give a little credit to the offense for taking a little bit of a chance there, running the draw, hoping to catch him off guard, but the defense was ready.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Ready.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. And they'll go on the ground. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun!
On 1st and throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Airing this one out for Evans. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He's got Evans. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Landry, the intended target.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners, guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it, no one got it. Again from the 20 after the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That was actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it? Right out of the gate.
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Out to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Call it a gain of 5, and it's a second down.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
Here's Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Leopard. Leopard.
Second down, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball. And we just saw there that that's difficult to do. But just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on. But the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think the Browns got it. They did. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And let's not take for granted, in these conditions, that's never an easy pass and catch.
You really got to find a way to drive the ball. You know, get your grip. You know, that's why we see some of the guys now, they'll put the gloves on when they throw the ball in this type of a condition. Sometimes the glove might make it too slippery. So you got to figure out what's going to work for you. But how about the receivers? Looking back and trying to locate the ball coming through snow and making sure they have full concentration.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And his throw is incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, Njoku. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield on 1st down. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Able to shake him off. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it's 3rd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Airing this one out for Evans. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, Ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Skirts by him at the 35. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A minute 59 to go in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. E.J. Gaines the one that time to knock it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This is caught inside the 15. They give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, winning and losing, those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team.
Going on 1st down is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Green, 39. Green.
And again, it's Mahomes. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. Buying time to his left. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And Boswell's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mayfield. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Left foot!
On the give, this is their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. But it's brought in by Washington. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The give to the fullback on the dive. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. as he'll come on to kick this one away. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the...
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. The defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that two-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for two and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points. You
absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Detroit!
Mayfield now on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be... Second down.
Okay, we got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
To the right side and complete to Njoku. The 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This is Coleman, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He may try and run for this. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake. And
it's salivating, and off he goes. The 30, 10, front, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. In for the score. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the 2-point try. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Mayfield to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Sims. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue
Mayfield down. He's going to let this one go deep. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. The Browns on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing. Mayfield got his man complete over the middle. That's Sims. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Coleman now. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They come out here, and he takes this one in for a Brown score. Baker Mayfield with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Browns add on to their lead. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Rolling to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Mike Evans, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Browns. Gonzalez to add the PAT. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They go play action here on first down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And his first throw here is incomplete.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they'll go into the middle of the field when they're running the out cut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
And the Steelers on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and forever. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And the Steelers on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun, it's Mahomes. James has it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He got 29 yards that time. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. The hitter here, it's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaches.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. Big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And he lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he roams across the 20 to the able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. From the gun, Mayfield finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Gets through, and now an opening. And nothing but daylight ahead. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
A fourth quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they will take a knee here. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And they'll indeed take a knee. Oh, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for Cleveland, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
You